Well, like you've had that before too. You've had guys just get like mad obsessed with you and even put you in danger because of that before. Do you feel like talking about that? But I mean, you don't have to, obviously, if you don't feel like it.
No, it's happened actually a couple of times. The one time that it happened when I was living in the Bay Area, all I did genuinely, like real talk, if I fucked you, I'll say I did, but I didn't. I hung out with this guy twice. The second time I hung out with him, I kissed him. Not even a full throttle like makeout session, just a good kiss, and that was it. This dude started showing up to my job. Like I was a teacher in a classroom, but it was an open campus. I'd come out and there'd be flowers in front of my classroom door, not delivered from the office.
Not delivered from the other. So he found you. He found your job, found the
On my
classroom you
job,
were
yeah.
in, and
Called
just left
me,
them there.
called me, texted me. I think in one night, I think he texted me like 37 times.
Wow.
And I was like, dude, now I can't throw you any pussy. I can't even throw you pity pussy because you're bugging. And all I did was kiss you. And if you're tripping like this now, then you're going to be scaling my building after I fuck you. And I don't need that shit. I don't like these types of problems. I don't think that this is like drama and funny and interesting. I don't find that cute.
Yeah, this isn't cute. This isn't funny. This isn't some rom-com shit. Like,
Yeah, this is
you're the
not a
type of person
fucking,
to pull a murder suicide if I break up with you. Like,
no, bro. I'm not your girl. Like, this isn't my ish. And like he totally like bugged out on me and just kept like blowing me up and blowing me up. And I was like, like this, like it's really not cool. Like, what are you not getting about this? And at the same time, though, you can't be too aggressive with a guy like that because you don't know how unstable they are. Again, like a man's worst fear is that a woman will laugh at him or clown him. But our worst fear is that men will kill us.
Say that again.
So even when you know this guy's crazy and out of pocket, sometimes you still have to massage the situation or handle the situation really softly. And like sometimes you can't just cut off a guy like that because he will show up to your house with a fucking butcher knife. That guy will date rape you. And because you've been out with him a few times and people have seen you out, it would make it even more difficult to prove a case. That's what makes these things so difficult. What people don't realize is that just because you decide to have a sexual interaction with somebody, it doesn't necessarily, you haven't written out what exactly you're going to do sexually. It's something you kind of got to go with the feel. And sometimes like it'll start consensual, but then a guy will try to like flip some shit on you that you don't want to do. And guess what? At that point, it's now not consensual anymore, even though you're naked. And understandably, I guess to some people, it's harder for guys to find that distinction. It's a gray area. But at the same time, just because a girl wants to sleep with you doesn't mean she wants anal sex. It doesn't mean she wants threesomes. It doesn't mean like there are parameters to the sexual experience. And it's not always mutual. It's something you kind of like, you sync up. And then if a dude takes it to an extreme, then how do you even turn around and say this guy raped me? Because now people have seen you out with him. You were at the bar till 2 a.m. You were drinking, you were dancing with him, you were making out with him. Is somebody seeing you park? There's going to be witnesses who basically saw you tongue kiss this guy from the day you met him to the moment you got raped. So it's going to be very hard to prove. How do you prove to a jury at what point this became rape? Because it wasn't rape when you were naked, and it wasn't rape when you were sucking his dick, and it wasn't rape when he was licking my ass, but it was rape when he tried to fuck me in the ass. How do I prove that in a courtroom? And the worst part about it is 9 out of 10 times, this is a guy you've dated or you're friends with. So you're not just losing that relationship and compromising your life and reputation. You are now compromising every relationship that connects you and him. So what if this is a colleague? What if this is a neighborhood friend? What if this is a friend of a relative? It depends on the situation. It can get really gray really fast. And again, as you and I who have been affiliated with law know, in a courtroom, it's not about the truth. It's only about what you can prove. And how do you prove where rape starts after consensual sex? Like, just because I sleep with you doesn't mean I want you to slap me around, right? Maybe that's not my preference. That might be somebody else's preference. But how do you know? So now you punch me in the head, and guess what? Now I'm not consenting anymore. But what, you keep going because I've already started this? Like, how do you prove that in a courtroom? And that's what makes these cases so difficult. And it's the only crime where the victim is questioned more than the perpetrator.
That is interesting. Yeah.
Right? Nobody gets stabbed and they go, well, what were you wearing when he stabbed you?
Right.
Have you ever been stabbed before? Do you know other people who stab? Like, you don't get all the invasive questions that you get with rape cases or sexual assault cases. Mm-hmm. Nobody asks you, if somebody shoots you, well, how many guys did you sleep with before this?
I've always wondered if there was any kind of technological solution to that in a way that like one could signal that they have removed their consent at a specific time. I don't know if you're wearing an Apple Watch, you can literally like tap a button and that says, hey, I've no longer consented. And so the other person I'd like to stop, remove my consent. The other person gets a notification, hey, this isn't okay. Because I believe it can be difficult for someone to just speak up and say, hey, could you not, fuck me in my ass? I didn't want to do that. Right. Could you not,
not bring that other dude in or
could
that
you,
other,
oh yeah,
right?
Could you not enjoy, invite your homeboy in here?
Right, right. Like, just because I consented with you doesn't mean I consented to everything else on the menu. I ordered this.
I ordered some dick. I didn't order the Costco package with like 10 other dicks. I didn't order the gang rape.
Right. I didn't order the train.
Right. Yeah, I didn't order the train.
And that complicates things because now you're in a situation where this began consensual. What if he just didn't read the cues? What if this? What if that? But the responsibility is basically on us as a community and as parents to teach your kids those gray areas.